Raymond Burr was one of the most iconic actors of his time, known for his memorable performances in his television series such as Perry Mason and Ironside. But despite his success on screen, Burr's personal life was marked by tragedy and heartbreak. From a childhood overshadowed by family turmoil to a string of failed marriages and a secret struggle with his health, Burr's life was far from the glamorous image he projected on the screen. In this article, we will delve into the fascinating life and sad ending of Raymond Burr, exploring the highs and lows of his career and the personal struggles that he faced along the way. Raymond Burr's life began in New Westminster, British Columbia, where he was born on May 21, 1917, as Raymond William Stacy Burr. However, when he was only 6 years old, his parents separated, and his mother took him and his siblings to Vallejo, California. During his junior high school years, Raymond found a passion for acting, which he explored through drama classes. As he continued to develop his skills, he took part in a theatrical tour of Canada during the summer of his 12th year. It was clear that acting was his calling. Despite his love for acting, Raymond took on a variety of jobs as he grew up. He worked in the forestry service, managed a store, and even traveled as a salesman. But Raymond's thirst for knowledge and passion for teaching led him to become a teacher at some point in his life. The pursuit of knowledge and artistic expression took Raymond Burr on a journey across the world. He sought education in diverse places like Chongqing, China, Stanford, and the University of California, earning degrees in both English and psychology. Alongside his studies, he also worked in radio, wrote plays for Young Men's Christian Association Productions, and performed on stage in the United States, Canada, and Europe. While working as a singer in a small Parisian nightclub called Le Ruban Bleu, Burr's plans were disrupted by Hitler's invasion of France. He had to return to the United States, cutting short his artistic endeavors in Europe. In the early 1940s, Burr found a new artistic home at the Pasadena Playhouse, where he established a long-standing relationship. He would return there time and again to oversee and participate in productions. Despite his talent, getting into acting was not easy for Burr. He struggled for years to land significant roles, only managing a few small parts in several Republic Studios movies. In 1942, Burr decided to return to Europe to continue pursuing his artistic dreams. It was a bold move, but one that he believed was necessary to achieve his goals. Raymond Burr's personal life took a turn when he fell in love with actress Annette Sutherland. The two tied the knot and welcomed a son, Michael, into the world in 1943. However, their happiness was short-lived as Annette had to leave Michael with a caretaker outside London to fulfill her touring company contract. Burr returned to the United States, leaving his family behind temporarily. Tragedy struck when Annette passed away in June 1943 on her way to England to pick up Michael and join her husband in America. Her plane was shot down, leaving Burr to mourn the loss of his wife and face the challenge of raising their son alone. Burr continued to work in the theater, earning praise for his role in Duke of Darkness. In 1944, he signed a contract with Radio Keith Orpheum Pictures, opening up new opportunities in his acting career. Burr faced a significant challenge in his weight. Weighing over 300 pounds, he struggled with his size, which often typecasted him as a vicious gangster or menacing villain. As the decade came to a close, Raymond Burr found himself in various radio programs, including Pat Novak for Hire and Dragnet with Jack Webb. However, his personal life was not without its struggles. He went through a brief marriage that ended up in separation after just 6 months in 1948. 2 years later, his third wife died of cancer, leaving him to mourn yet another loss. Despite these misfortunes, Burr's career continued to improve. He landed roles in radio such as Fort Laramie in 1956 and films including A Place in the Sun 1951 as the district attorney. These roles helped pave the way for his breakthrough role as Perry Mason. By the time Perry Mason came around, Burr had already made a name for himself with notable performances in Hitchcock's Rear Window 1954 and the cult classic Godzilla 1954. The first of over 80 Perry Mason novels by Earl Stanley Gardner had been published in 1933. Gardner, who felt ill-served by earlier movie versions of his hero and dissatisfied with a radio program that ran for 12 years, was determined to have a strong hand in the television series. And Burr was the perfect fit for the role, bringing his talent and dedication to bring the character to life on screen. Raymond Burr auditioned for the role of the district attorney for the television series Perry Mason on the condition that he be allowed to try out for the role of the lawyer as well. Author Earl Stanley Gardner, who created the character, reportedly saw Burr and declared that he was Perry Mason. The rest of the cast, including Barbara Hale as Mason's secretary Della Street, William Hopper as Private Eye Paul Drake, William Tallman as the district attorney, and Ray Collins as Lieutenant Tragg, formed a tight-knit family with Burr, who worked hard to maintain their connection. In retrospect, it is difficult to imagine the show taking any other form. The striking theme music, a core ensemble of actors, and courtroom dramatics all came together to create a successful formula. Burr brought life to the character of Perry Mason, fighting relentlessly for his clients and doing everything from investigating to bending the law and using tricks in court to clear them and expose the guilty. One element of the show's formula was that Mason never lost a case, and even the one time he lost temporarily generated thousands of letters of protest. When asked about his perfect record, Burr joked with a fan, "But madam, you only see the cases I try on Saturday." Raymond Burr had his fair share of ups and downs throughout his career, but one of his most memorable roles was as the iconic defense lawyer Perry Mason. The show ran for an impressive 271 episodes despite facing numerous obstacles, including conflicts between Earl Stanley Gardner, the show's creator, and the producer, as well as scripts of varying quality. Although Burr initially received criticism for his actions, he eventually won Best Actor Emmys in 1959 and 1961. The show was known for portraying the prosecutor as the villain, the police as inept, and the lawyer as a trickster. However, many lawyers, including Burr, believed that the show helped to open people's eyes to the justice system, according to Ray Collins' book, The Best of Crime and Detective TV. Burr developed a personal interest in law, which led him to speak before many legal groups and establish a long association with the McGeorge School of Law. After the conclusion of Perry Mason, Burr returned to television as the wheelchair-bound police officer Robert T. Ironside in a pilot that led to a series the following year. Alongside a crime-solving team played by Don Galloway, Barbara Anderson, and Don Mitchell, Burr portrayed the gruff and irascible character until early 1975. In 1993, he reprised the role in The Return of Ironside movie. After Perry Mason ended, Burr starred in other television shows, including Ironside, in which he played a wheelchair-bound policeman leading a crime-solving team. He also had featured roles in movies like Centennial and Godzilla '85. In 1985, Burr reprised his most famous role in Perry Mason Returns, which led to a series of 25 television movies. Despite his busy career and personal and medical problems, Burr still found time for various business projects and charitable works. He purchased an island in Fuji in 1965, where he significantly contributed to improving living conditions and the local economy. He also grew and sold orchids in various places around the world and had ventured in Portugal, the Azores, and Puerto Rico. He was also a collector of art and helped operate several art galleries. Raymond Burr's generosity extended beyond his family and friends, having fostered and adopted over 25 children from various parts of the world, providing them with medical care and education. Burr was heavily involved in charitable organizations such as the Cerebral Palsy Association, B'nai B'rith, and Cooperative for Assistance and Relief Everywhere. In addition, he created his foundation to support philanthropic, educational, and literary causes. Despite his busy schedule, Burr was known to be approachable, yet formal, and a notorious prankster. He was intensely serious and generous to a fault, often working tirelessly on numerous acting, business, and philanthropic projects, even to the detriment of his health. His work ethic and generosity were emblematic of his personality, which persisted even in the face of advanced cancer. In the summer before his death on September 12, 1993, he completed his final Perry Mason movie, a testament to his unwavering dedication to his craft. Raymond Burr will always be remembered as a legendary actor. Goodbye and rest in peace, legendary actor Raymond Burr.